to a new polyhedral dynamics with new teams who technically didn't even know each other till right now, and a new system completely. Something I've been very excited to share with everyone. This campaign is going to be called the Demolished Ones. It's a campaign I played about 8 years ago. Very fun, very interesting. It's going to make a lot of people very angry at me, probably within 12 seconds of us starting.
Promising.
Yeah. I mean, it's already made Broyes very angry at me before starting.
2 weeks before we started because you wouldn't give us any information to go on?
I've told them nothing about this. I taught them the system literally this week.
Yeah.
Specifically because I knew if I told them any earlier, they would try to make a character. And I didn't want them to do that until we got into game. Or like into the session.
Wait, so am I the only one who you waited until the night before to teach?
No, I was yesterday too.
He taught me 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I actually had Thomas jump on literally about 30 minutes before stream in order to teach him. So
wait, so am I the only one who got it like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, because that's when I first thought of it, and then I couldn't do anything that week, and I just forgot to do anything until this week. So that's how it goes. So.
Oh yeah, I reclaimed my dice. I colored those dice last night,
yes.
And then I was sitting somewhere else, so I took them back.
Okay, so first things first, I'm just going to drop a ground rule for everyone. Once we are in game, we're going to do like no out of character talking during scenes. I'm probably going to try to do like a 10-minute intermission partway through, or like halfway through the stream, just to give us time to use a bathroom, take a drink, whatever, and that way you can get out anything that you wanted to say. But until then, we're just going to keep to gameplay if possible, all right?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So is everyone ready to make a character?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Too bad. With a sudden jolt of energy, you sit upright against the rough concrete wall, your nose recoiling from the damp, musty odor that surrounds you. Your eyes strain to focus in the dim lighting, but a few things become immediately obvious. The first is a small desk accompanied by a matching chair. The second is an unknown shape surrounded by 3 large oil drums. And the third, and most obvious, is a group of 3 other people sitting next to you looking as confused as you do. You do not recognize them, but the more you struggle to remember them, the more you realize you have no memory of yourself either. Kristin, since you were most interested in making a character, name one physical feature that stands out the most about Wombat's character.
His arms.
What about them? Are they ripped?
They're just a little bit too short.
All right, Wombat, on your character sheet, under distinctive physical characteristic, please write arms a little too short. All right, Wombat, what's something about Rose's character that stands out?
Her hair.
Describe it.
One side of it is incredibly long, but the other, the right half, is shaved to the skin.
All right, Rose. I guess write punk hair under your sheet. Oh no, you'll write it at the top of the sheet. They have distinctive physical characteristic. All right, Rose. What's something about Thomas's character that is very distinctive?
Just the most exquisite but out of place top hat you could ever find on a human being.
Actually, I'm going to veto because it has to be a characteristic of the person. Yeah, it has to be something like a scar on the side of their face or very bright eyes.
Okay,
something about them.
Then his left eye is a deep mossy green, but his right eye is sky blue.
All right, green and blue heterochromia. And Thomas, what is something about Broius' character that stands out?
I'm gonna say, very weird kind of prematurely gray hair that makes it look like they're wearing a wig, even though they aren't. It's just kind of like a weird look for the gray hair.
Damn, roasted.
Does not match their age.
So
Nice.
prematurely gray hair. Honestly, can be pretty sexy.
Producer John here. Just want to pop in and say you were supposed to pick something that was not true to life.
Wow.
Wow.
I have never seen your face, so I was
You're
just
selling people out, John.
I was literally thinking of the finale of Supernatural where Sam Winchester
No,
is an
we
old
don't talk
man.
about Supernatural here.
I,
All right. So everyone has a physical characteristic. Hey, Broius, look to your left. You'll see Thomas's character. What's your character's first impression of him? Is he a little skeezy, or is he trustworthy? Something about how you feel about him, or the impression he gives off.
seems like he's probably fairly trustworthy, like a 0.7 on the creep factor. Out of 10.
I'm glad 0.7 out of 10 is considered fairly trustworthy. Thomas, what's something about Rosa's character what impression does she give off to you?
I don't know if it's a level of a stern energy or it's just that my character is intimidated, but Rose's character seems to be someone who I don't want to mess with.
I love it. All right, Rose, what's your character's first impression of Wombat?
He seems like a nice fellow, but something about him, maybe it's kind of weird arms, just a little unsettling.
I love it. A little unsettling. And Wombat, what is your impression of Broius' character?
You know when you're in the ocean, and most of the ocean is beautiful clear water, but you go swimming in one part of the beach, and there's just all of this algae floating in the water, and it's incredibly uncomfortable. Brevius is not that.
Oh, okay.
But she exists in the point between the clear ocean and the algae ocean, where the two meet.
So not uncomfortable, but not comfortable.
Yeah.
How exactly am I supposed to type that on this little box?
I would type neither comforting nor uncomforting.
Okay.
And last but not
50%
least,
kelp foot.
yeah,
Okay, at least I can reach into the clear ocean.
semi-kelp. Broius, tell me one common object you find on your person.
On my person?
Yep.
A measuring tape.
All right, put that under your equipment box. Thomas, what about you? What strange or common object do you have on your person? Specifically common, although still a measuring tape is strange, despite it being common. I love it, though. Great choice.
I'm going to say maybe it's just because I was at work today and we had a bunch of it lying around, but common object is just I've got a roll of duct tape attached to my belt.
Okay. Put that under your equipment. What about you, Rose? What common object do you have on you?
A simple lighter.
Excellent. And Wombat?
I have a broken pocket watch stuck at exactly 5:03 and 49 seconds.
Okay, I don't know how common it is for them to be stuck at that, but I'll allow broken pocket watch for sure.
Oh, I see what's
That's
happening.
a really good one.
Yeah. Okay, Doctor Who character. Okay. What do you do now?
Who are you guys? Where are we?
Good question.
I'd love to know the answer to all of those, or any of those, I guess. Anyone have
What's
any
happening?
clue what the hell they were doing?
I don't know if I drank too much or I drank too little or if I drink at all, but we're in kind of a dark room. Is there a light we can turn on?
There is a light on, but it's one light in the center of the room, and it's fairly old, so it's kind of dim.
Mm.
Can you describe much about the room, or is it too dark to see right now?
It's a little too dark to see outside of like where you are. So if you walk around, you can like see places better. It's just you're kind of too far away from stuff.
So should we like walk around the room and brush our hand against the wall and see if anything?
Guess we'll look around.
If that's what you want.
Yeah.
I guess that's what
Just
I'll
start
do.
to look around.
Okay. What specifically are you looking for?
A door handle, a window, anything that feels weird.
So you'll quickly, as you move around, you'll see essentially the wall you woke up against. Straight across from that is where the desk was. To your right is where the oil drums and strange shape were, and to your left is an exit door. Or you presume an exit door. It's a door to somewhere. There's also a small window on the opposite wall as well. Like high up, just like a basement window kind of thing.
So nothing we can get out of.
Well, there's a door.
It's possible, but only if you can find a way to open it.
I'll go look through the
what's-
window.
I was gonna say, what's over by the drums?
So I'll start with Broyce. You get to the window. It's kind of high up. You can't quite get to it because it's like basement windows are the ones that are like the very top, like 2 feet of the wall is a window, so it's pretty high up that you can't get to immediately. Tom, you walk over to the strange shape and you immediately are able to recognize what it is. And it's a body propped up on a chair.
Is he when he's propped up, or they are propped up? Are they tied, or are they just a body that's posed?
That's a great question. Do you have any ranks in investigation?
I can.
Would you like to?
Yes.
Would you like a bonus of 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Let's go with 2.
All right, so type it into one of your 2 boxes. Kristin, do you see why I didn't want you to make a character yet?
Yes.
I may have called your name.
Yeah, I already saw it.
In text.
Hey, you're finally awake.
All right, so roll me an investigation.
Alrighty. That's
A
0.
0. Incredible. All right, so here's what you are able to quickly discern from that roll. It is a man. He has a well-manicured mustache, a stab wound in the back of his neck. It likely is the thing that killed him. There's a bloody knife close by, next to one of the oil drums. And you're able to find a wallet in his jacket pocket. As far as if he's propped up, he's basically just like slumped in it.
Okay.
Like possibility of him dying in this chair and he just hasn't moved since. Now I have a little bit of homework for you. Now that you have an investigation skill, I need you, by the end of this scene, at the very least, to let me grab this because I forgot to load this in earlier. On that note card, I'll need, in order to edit that, if you right-click it, you can hit the click on the name to name it, and the description just types in everything underneath it. What I'll need from you is a memory based on investigation. Just a short, sentence or sign of a thing you once did that required you to investigate something.
So hold on.
So right-click it,
yeah.
and you'll see at the very bottom of the drop-down is name and description.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I'm putting a memory in and adding a description.
Yeah.
Does it have to be pertinent to this situation, or can it just be character backstory?
Character backstory, as long as it is relevant to investigation. It could be stuff like a chess game that you won because you were able to notice a move that other people wouldn't have seen, or anything involving your ability to notice stuff as you try to look for it.
The description fills it in? Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Excellent. Now, give me an aspect of your character based on that memory. Something about your character.
I'm going to say my character has I don't know if I want to say emphasis or compulsion on finding the truth in situations, revealing the truth.
Yeah, well, let's see. Truth seeker. I like that. That's perfect. All right. What is everyone else doing?
I'm going to go over and try the door, see if it's locked or can be moved at all.
All right. Going over to the door, you try to jiggle the handle, and it is certainly locked.
What material is it made out of?
Metal.
Well, that's not good.
Did you say there was a wallet?
Yes.
Can I rifle through the wallet for any money?
Absolutely, you can.
I want to do that.
So in rifling through, you'll find an ID card and a small amount of cash. So just write down small amount of cash on your equipment.
You said the window was really high, but like even on high windows, you can see something. Is it daylight? Is it cloudy?
Yeah. So you'll be able to tell that it is daylight outside.
Do I write down the ID card as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you write down Jack Smith's ID card because that's the name on it. Yeah. So Kristin, you'll see that it is daytime, and you can make out that there are buildings outside. It's just like they're made of brick. That's about the most you can tell.
Okay.
I'll look over to Brev's character and say, need a lift, see what's out there?
Yeah, is that door locked?
Seems to be.
Yeah, I can't quite see out. Looks like there might be like buildings around us. But...
real quick, I apologize. It's not locked, but you go to push it open. You turn the handle, it turns. You push it, and it doesn't move. So it seems to be barred from the other side.
Okay, so that actually changed what I plan to do.
Yeah.
Does it feel like it might be able to move with a good shove?
Maybe more than a good shove, but you could try. Do you have a might skill?
I think I do.
Excellent. What would you like it to be?
I think it would be a +3.
Perfect.
I just roll a mic check here.
Yep.
That'll be a 3.
All right. It doesn't budge, but you gave it a really good hit. It seems like you can almost hear it like cracking a bit from that hit.
I think it might take more than just one of us here.
Yeah. It is made of reinforced steel, so it's pretty tough.
Can I try to climb the wall to see out the window? Like pull myself up on the windowsill?
Not really. It wouldn't be easy, but there are things in this room that you can move around.
Those drums.
Thomas, real quick, do you say anything about this body that you found? So Wombat sort of like noticed and came over and grabbed the ID. Neither of you have mentioned that 4 people woke up in a room with a dead body and no memories.
Well, I'm saying that he was stabbed in the back of the neck. He was sitting in this chair probably when it happened. And anyone here got any blood on him or anything like that?
Wait, so do you announce that there's a body?
Yeah, I'm saying there's a dead guy over here.
Wait, there's a dead guy in here? I go over
Oh.
and look.
No one touched
He
him.
might be alive, but if he is, he's very good at sitting still and pretending to have a hole in the back of his
Right.
neck.
I'm just assuming this is normal to wake up in a room with a dead body.
I grab the knife and start cleaning it.
Oh, perfect. Brois, this is for you.
Oh, thanks. What do I do with it?
Just keep it to yourself, read it. Do with that information as you will.
How do I read it?
You just hit F to flip it over. Tom, this one's for you.
Can I write it in my equipment, or does someone try and stop me from cleaning it and claiming it?
Why would I stop you?
Mm.
This is
Oh, we might
perfectly
be able
normal.
to-
I don't know me. You don't know me. Maybe you don't want me to have a knife.
Let me. Can we see what is that? Is that knife match the murder victim here?
Unsure.
I don't know. I hold it over and look and see if it looks like it could be the weapon.
Yes, the knife you find next to the ground. Well, okay. Do you have anything in investigation, or what else could this possibly be? I guess it could include science, technically, if you wanted to go the forensic science route. Also, Rose, that card is for you if you want to make a memory and aspect.
Were you asking me if I have anything in investigate?
Yes.
Maybe a 1.
There we go. So I removed hands because they usually get in the way in here, and you're not going to be putting many things in your hand.
So should I roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me that. Also,
How do you...
oh, that's right. It won't let me do that because I took hands away.
Is there a way to just roll all the dice? There we go.
All right, and I've just given everyone their initial 3 fate points.
Well.
So that's a total of 0. With a 0, you're pretty sure that this matches it. It's difficult to tell exactly with how much blood there is around the wound, but it's likely that this blade, especially with it being next to him on the ground, probably caused some amount of pain to this poor man.
Yeah, this looks like it's probably what did it. I keep cleaning it and put it away.
All right, Kristin, here's a note card for you for a memory. Oh, and Rose, don't forget to make an aspect for her.
Mm-hmm.
Can I steal from another person?
You can, but someone just grabbed a knife and you also don't know much about these people yet. And if you if you and your friends were somehow the cause of this man's death, maybe getting each other mad at each other is not the best first impression. But sure, you could try.
I guess I'll start with asking politely for Rose's lighter.
Yeah, it's just shrug, and she's like, I just want it back.
Okay, so now I have Rose's lighter, and I want to light the oil drums.
Whoa. Hold on there a second.
Wait,
So what you're saying is everyone is locked in a room that has oil drums. No one can figure out how to get out, and you're like, I want to set the place on fire.
I have a plan.
What's your plan?
We light the oil drum on fire and we roll it at the door.
let's try like actually
The steel
team smashing it
reinforced door.
first.
Yes.
But first, I'd like to use these oil drums to like climb up and look out the window. So can we roll it over by the window?
Yeah, I'm gonna move it to the window.
Yeah. The good news is you go to start moving to the window, and the first thing you notice is they are empty.
I breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
So we get it to the window. Do you want to go up or should I?
I can give you a boost if you'd like.
Sure. I climb up. Do I see anything?
Give me 1 second. Yeah, so you can see a little better outside. It's obviously like ground level, like right at the street. And this seems to be either a back alley or sort of like a behind a building. So there's not a lot that you can see from here, but it also means that there's not a lot of people around to notice you.
Okay.
You'll also be able to notice that these windows look like they can open.
Can you get the windows from here?
I think this window might be able to open. Can I try to open it?
You can try, but it seems to be locked.
From the outside?
No, from the inside, but with a key.
Oh, okay.
Do you think I could get up there?
Maybe. I pop down.
I can give you a boost.
All right. I want to get up there and try punching through the window.
Okay. So you can roll me a might check if you would like.
So I should take some might.
If you want to.
I guess I'll take a 3 in might.
Okay. I love that I'm like, there's a thing that's locked, and everyone's like, understood. I don't want burglary. I do want to punch.
I mean, we don't have any lockpicks.
You don't need it.
I mean, I was thinking of doing burglary, but I thought punching would be more fun at this point.
I don't know. There's something incredibly fun about picking a lock without any tools.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so rolling. Nothing but negatives.
All of you guys are having the worst. Did you roll? Okay, you rolled a -1. All right. So you're going to get a boost. But it's the opposite of a boost. And it's just sprained wrist. You're not great at punching, apparently, sometimes.
Okay.
We all have our bad days.
Can I try and unlock it?
No, 1 second. Okay, Wamba, I will allow, if you would like, to break through still, but it would turn it from a boost to a an aspect essentially that's just like you're bleeding from the hand a bit.
So I'd still break the window.
Yeah, you would succeed in breaking it, but you hurt yourself.
Yeah, let's do that.
Awesome.
So that's like a minor, like.
No, I'll just have it as a situational aspect.
Okay.
Bloody hand.
Can I, like, I'm probably wearing some clothes. I could probably get some fabric from that and put it around it as a bandage.
Yeah, you can if you'd like.
I'm gonna do that.
You
Excellent.
could take him off the dead guy. He's not really caring.
That's also true.
I ain't fooling with a dead body. We already got somebody who was playing with the evidence.
Suddenly, the
Oh, was
eerie
that me?
silence, well, would have been if it was a normal group of people, of the room is broken by the shrill ringing of the phone sitting on the desk.
I pick up the phone?
All right, you pick up the phone, and the moment it connects to your ear, you hear a woman speaking, and she says, "Good work. However, the cops have been mobilized. You need to get out of there immediately." And immediately, you hear a click as the phone hangs up, followed by a low, empty tone.
I look around the room and I say, "Let's go."
I don't need to be told twice. I'm
Yep.
trying to get out the window if it was opened.
It is. However, it looks, it's broken, but it is still sharp glass, so it'll hurt a bit to go through.
That's
You wanna
fine.
try that door again?
No, this is a surefire way to get out. Let's just get out.
All right.
And how far is the drop?
It is not, because this is a basement window, so the window is basically on like ground level.
Okay. Then I'll try to push through first and help people out as they come.
All right. Roll me athletics.
That's a pretty decent athletics. I'll take a 2 on that.
Nope.
Oh, not?
Nope.
Oh, damn. Well, then I got a -1.
All right. You will take
Ow.
a quick situational aspect of minor bleeding, we'll say. Cool. So you are now on a small street, essentially like a back alley. It is from what you can tell, the building that you just came from is pretty small. You can try to just get everyone out, or you could try to go inside and figure out what's closing that door.
Before we do any of that, I would like to assess the situation and see because if somebody said we had to get out, are people actively coming towards the building right now?
Looking through the window, you do not see anything or anyone actively, but you can't really see that far because there are a fair amount of buildings in the way.
Yeah, then I'm climbing out.
Okay. Also roll me athletics. Here you go, Rose. This is for you.
Do I need to add athletics as a skill right now?
Nope.
It's for some. Hold on, I'm trying to get the dice to. There we go. That's 0.
All right, you're able to make it out pretty all right. you scratch yourself up again, but a little, but not enough to like draw blood.
Okay.
And you find yourself next to Rose's character.
I guess I'll follow them out.
All right. Also roll me athletics.
I'm guessing I also can't pick up athletics
Nope.
right now. 1.
All right, you're able to get out fairly well. Your broken or your bloodied hand hurts a little bit as you try to get through, but the bandage that you've got on it now is enough to keep it from like bleeding anymore or getting more hurt. You just sort of feel that like pricking feel of like touching glass without actually getting hurt by it. Also, that's for you. Broius, what do you do?
They already took the ID card and the money out of the wallet, but did they leave the wallet?
I believe so, unless anyone specifically said they want to take it.
Was there anything else in it?
Not really.
Okay. I'll just climb out too.
All right, roll me athletics then.
Okay.
Actually, well, okay. Real quick, before you leave, you did not, you picked up investigation, but you didn't actually look at the body or anything. Do you want to do that before you leave?
Yes. Should I roll for that?
Yes.
That's like
Also a
0.
0. My goodness, you people.
We have the worst rolls.
This is so funny. Yeah, you don't find anything different. So you also see his well-manicured mustache, stab wound back of the neck. You would have found a wallet if there was one, but it is no longer there.
Okay.
There was a wallet here. It's gone now.
Alright.
All right. So everyone has one skill already. Have I given everyone a card to make their memory?
Yes.
Okay. So
I got a -1 climbing out.
okay, you also get a slightly like just minor bleeding.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh yay.
So don't forget to make a memory and also give yourself an aspect based on that.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, like a persona aspect?
I don't remember what the persona aspects are actually.
Because I don't remember either.
Wombat, no, sorry, Wombat. I need to give you another card for your own memory.
Oh, okay.
A customized one. There you go. Yeah, so this will be a memory based on your might, and then a aspect based on the memory itself. So you come out in, you're all now standing in this like sort of back alley. To your right, you can sort of see where like a larger street connects to your alley. A gentleman in a top hat and tails crosses the street ahead of a slow-moving four-wheeled carriage, sort of in that direction. There's no smell of gasoline, but there's a heavy scent of coal in the air. It seems a little early for a gentleman to be in evening wear, but, to each their own.
Hey, it was somebody else who had a late night.
So there's no smell of gasoline anywhere?
You don't smell it.
Well, that's odd. Going to quickly look a little bit further in the alley into the street and see if the rest of this area seems similarly antiquated.
Looking around, yeah, this is fairly fairly similar to like what you've just seen. It's very like brick-esque buildings, sort of like in its own style. Yeah, everything fits very much like what you expect from like what you just saw.
Okay.
Can I see any detectives or police coming our way?
Not at the moment, no.
The phone in the building that we just came out of,
Yeah.
did it look like a modern
Nope.
telephone? Okay.
More of a rotary phone.
So, what exactly happened? I mean, you said we had to leave, but why did we have to leave? What was that phone call?
Oh, me?
Well, you're the one who said it, so.
It was a woman. She told us to leave, so I said we should leave.
Seems fair.
I don't know. I trust everyone who calls me on the phone. I learned this now.
Dangerous habit.
Are there street signs or anything as we look around?
None that you can see, but you're also in an alley, so they don't really have a lot of street signs for those.
I'm gonna step out towards the street to see if I can find either a street sign or a newspaper or something like that.
Walking out onto the street, you do see a street sign.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up. Okay. So the road that you've come out on. Oh, let's see. I think it actually tells me. Sorry, asking what street it's on is not one of the questions I expected. Which I think is fair.
I'm an investigator. I'm not a good one, but I'm an investigator.
Also, I apologize. It's not daytime, but it is like evening.
Okay.
So it's
So
still
it's like-
light outside.
It's yes, but it's definitely getting dark.
Are there bars on the windows?
No. Also, it is a little foggy outside.
Are we in London?
Let's see.
Are there any obvious businesses nearby?
Yeah, I mean, in the same way that there generally are in most places. You'll see like chemists or small butcher shops, pubs, small things like that. We will say you come out on Beacom Street.
Beacom Street. Okay.
Wombat, did you ever take a look at the ID that you found?
Just to see that his name was Jack Smith.
Would you like to look at it a little more?
Sure.
You will notice one other thing on it that might matter in some way to you. His address.
What is that address?
It is 615 Beacom Street.
That's the street we're on.
It is.
Can I look at the building numbers of the businesses on either side of this intersection?
Yes. You are somewhere around the 300s Beacom Street.
And if I look to the left, are they ascending or descending?
Looking to the left, they are I believe descending. Yep, descending.
All right, so I guess we should head to the right. Like we
Sorry,
should.
other way around. I was looking at the wrong part of the map. To the
okay.
right is descending, left is ascending.
So we should head to the left. Maybe we can find this guy's house.
Hey, that's a clue. Better than I had.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Although on the other hand, if they investigate and they find the body, and then they go to his house to look for clues, they'll find us.
Oh, they're never
we'll go
fast enough
fast.
to do that.
Well, I mean, we're already here. and our DNA and our fingerprints are all over that place, so we're already connected anyway. What would it hurt to go there?
Got a
Makes
point.
sense. Let's go look and see.
All right. So you work your way down to Beacon Street. Well, specifically, further down Beacon Street. All of your minor bleeding and things stop, so no longer a problem.
Always good to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we look really scratched up, like we crawled through glass, or do we,
Not
like,
in,
if we went around people, would they be like, "Oh, what happened to you?"
they would, they think you just didn't take care of your clothes that well, kind of thing. You wouldn't be you wouldn't look like you just crawled through glass specifically. You'd look like you were a little banged up, but maybe you just got in a fight.
Okay.
So you make your way down the street. Are you just walking there?
Like I said, I'm looking for newspapers if I can get a hold of one.
You will certainly see children, selling newspapers if you want to grab one.
Sure.
Do you have any money?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
Small amount.
Well, Wombat does.
Oh.
I look in my.
I'll buy him the newspaper.
Oh, thank you.
Excellent. So put today's newspaper down under your equipment.
Okay.
Should I get rid of the cash?
Yeah, go ahead and get rid of the cash. Like Death Day newspaper, so that as the days go on, we still remember where it's from, or when it's from.
Alrighty. And what's the name of the newspaper?
It is called The Inquirer.
Inquirer. Does it say what city or anything like that on it?
It does not.
Okay.
Does it have a date?
It does. It basically just says like 4/7 at the top.
Well, at least we know it's April.
I was going to say it's
Maybe.
either.
Or maybe
It's
it's
April?
July.
I was going to say it's either April 7th or it's July 4th.
What dialect is it written in?
It's not Cockney, but it certainly like seems to be a little more like proper than like you and I would expect a newspaper to be written in.
Do they spell the word color with a U?
You don't see that word anywhere actually.
What
Dang it.
about favor or flavor?
It's a
or
black and white
maneuver,
newspaper.
Or
Yeah, it is a black and white newspaper.
Is theater spelled with an E at the end or before the R?
It is spelled with an R at the end.
So we're in America.
that? Probably.
Interesting that you guys have assumed that these places exist when your character can't remember anything about themselves.
That's fair.
I mean, I can't roll to disprove the campaign yet.
No, that's Act 3.
I assume we remember English, so we should remember basic facts about the world, right?
For the most part, but how do you know this is the same world?
I mean, we
don't.
did see a four-wheeled carriage and a person walking around in evening wear, and I'm over here looking like Skrillex.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look like Skrillex and we've got the four-wheeled carriage, it is entirely possible we're in Dunwall, and I am down for that.
Yeah. Yeah. It could just be the Dishonored campaigns.
Do any like I just kind of skimmed through the articles. Do any of them say anything about places?
Yes, but pretty vaguely. It seems to be the kind of newspaper where not really a lot has happened recently, so it's just kind of
Politics section.
not really one that you see, or like if there is, it's pretty small.
It's just like human interest stories today.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
But even those, there's no titles. It's not like the Duke of something or celebrity this.
There might be, but it's not any places that you've really heard before.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem to be like the place you're in.
Good news is none of us woke up in a bathtub, so we've got that going for us.
I'm assuming you guys are like walking as you do all this, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So on your way, you notice a abundance of these 4-wheeled vehicles. If anyone would like, they can see if they have proficiency in burglary in order to try to take one of these, and perhaps someone might have a proficiency in drive, or you can continue walking.
I will Grand Theft Auto.
I was about to ask if I have a proficiency in burglary.
Yeah, who wants burglary? Who wants drive?
I will be
Burglary.
burglary.
Dang it. I'll fight you for it.
I'll drive.
I have a knife.
I will fight.
I have drive.
Okay, let's fight.
Okay. I punch Brevius in the face.
Okay, that's a fist check. So if you take that, you won't be able to take burglary.
Oh, it's not a might check? I can't
No.
just...
Might is not used for attacking. It is used for breaking through things.
Alright, I'll just roll a fist, like, without taking it. 0.
Bros, roll me athletics, I think is what defends against that.
Okay.
Athletics, or you could do endurance or fists or weapons.
I can roll weapons?
Yes.
Okay, considering I'm holding one. Although, it's going to be the same for all of these because I don't have any of these, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You can get it.
No, that defeats the purpose of this fight.
Question. Are you using the knife that you have?
Yes.
Okay. Before you finish that attack, Tom and Rose,
Okay.
do either of you wish to try to stop a scene that is being caused that is using a knife that was found by a dead body
Yes.
literally down the street that the police are supposedly on their way to while there are people on the road and can see this?
I would
I
like
say-
to try to like hold Brev back, make sure she can't swing the thing.
Bro, do you respond well to this, knowing that, or like realizing that maybe it's not a great idea for other people to see this knife?
Maybe.
I like to
have
point
a
out that your
point.
two characters are fighting over a skill, which is not a
No,
thing that they
We're
know.
fighting over the chance to steal a car.
Yes.
Well, why don't you just go to 2 different cars and see who gets there first?
Maybe it's a nice looking car.
Fine. I lower the knife.
So I guess
Never
I
have I seen a group try to grow a campaign this quickly.
I tried to break into
And
the
then
car.
I go to a car.
Okay. Okay. To make this more fair, both of you send me the number that you would like to put this in so that you can't try to outdo each other.
All right.
Like DM it to you.
Yeah.
No, I think Tom's the DM.
All right. So Wombat, go ahead and put it in your 4 slot. Bro, put it in your 3 slot. Cannot believe this fucking.
It's just
anything
called
happened.
burglary, right?
Yes. Or, no, this would be burglary. Engineering would probably be.
Figuring out how to build a car.
Or, but it's also like modifying a car.
Or fixing a car.
Yeah. So. Also, these are pretty old cars, so you're not hot wiring it per se.
I rolled a 6, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, is it time to roll?
Yeah.
Why are they stacking?
All right, so you get a 2. Thankfully, both of you are able to get a car started. Wombat just gets you a little faster.
Whatever.
And both of you have a card. Please make sure to put a memory and find an aspect that is based on it. So what do the other two do while they stop a fight and then watch their quote-unquote possibly friends attempt to steal cars faster than the other?
Just wonder what the hell I got myself into, and just try to make sure no one looks down the alley too much.
Well, you're not on the alley. You're on the main street.
Oh.
I lean over to Rose's character. Well, get in.
Well, I mean, if the doors are open, she'll just jump in and act casual like nothing happened.
All right, Tom, do you jump in that car or go to Wombat's?
I'm jumping in the car that already has 2 people in it because that's going to look more legitimate.
Okay. Who's driving?
Great question.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Do you know how to drive this thing?
I can try it.
Good, because I don't remember ever doing it.
That's a -1 on drive.
So, you get in the front seat. You're gonna start it up. You're not sure exactly how to do it. You've kind of forgotten. Takes a couple seconds to get it started. You know, you sort of hold it a little too long, and the engine, doesn't sound great. Gives you a bit of a whine, but eventually you're able to get it ready to go. And I can't imagine anyone in the car looks confident in that skill.
I mean, it's only fun if I'm specifically playing with the low skills. So, I just think to myself, yeah, I definitely always wanted to drive one of these. Maybe, I don't remember.
I've always wanted to do this in the 12 seconds that I knew they existed.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, what do you do? Do you just get in your car?
Yeah, I mean, let's just go.
All right, roll me a drive check.
0.
Well, you get it started and fairly easily, and you just start driving in that direction.
Like, apparently cars are like his thing or something. I don't know.
Good to know that Wombat has immediately declared himself an outcast of the group by attempting to burn everyone and then driving their car by himself and starting a fight with someone else who had a dagger by trying to punch them.
People could have gotten in the car with me. They chose not to.
Well, if someone's gonna betray the group, I know who it is. Also, you didn't invite anyone to get in your car. Broius did.
The invitation
Wombat's just feral.
was implied.
So, you guys make your way.
Did you call me feral?
Yeah. You guys drive for not too long, honestly. It's gonna be like 5 to 10 minutes. There's not really traffic. You kind of hit like 2 spots where you've got intersections that you have to watch out for. And it's now that it's like evening time, there's really not a whole lot because most people are probably in a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And you find yourself at a small house that, according to Jack Smith's ID, is the house that you're looking for.
That's awfully good. Does anyone have a key?
Why have a key? I'm gonna try to steal into the house.
Steal the house.
I mean, I have his ID card. That can be used to unlock doors and stuff. So let's try that.
What?
I mean, yeah, particularly bad locks, you can slide up an ID card.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Are you trying to go to the front door or go through like a window?
I'm gonna walk around and look for like a side window or a back window.
I'm gonna go through the front door.
Okay. Would you like to roll me investigation real quick?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, I just rolled, so I guess a 2.
So, as you sort of start making your way to the house, you realize that there's like still people walking on the street behind you.
And?
And I don't know, perhaps trying to break into a house in front of them is not the smoothest way to do it when there is a murder being investigated down the street where police supposedly are going to be.
I mean, I have this guy's ID card.
Uh-huh.
I could just present myself as this man if anybody approached me.
Is it a photo ID?
No,
Or,
but
maybe people know him because he lives here? So all you'd be doing is even further connecting yourself to the dead body?
Okay.
not to say that burglary is a bad idea, but maybe not the front door.
Right,
I
like
hear-
I said, I went around the side of the house to a window.
I hear your arguments. I will circle around and look for a back door.
Meanwhile, have I been able to, get in a window?
Roll
With a
me
3.
burglary.
3.
What's that? 3. Yeah, you're able to jimmy open a window, sort of on the side.
Okay. I listen to, see if I hear anyone inside the house. He
You
doesn't
do not hear
necessarily-
anything. Rose and Tom, what are you two doing?
I'm gonna just check. I'm gonna check and see if they left a key under the mat.
Roll me investigation.
Okay, good.
Yeah, okay. What we'll do is roll me investigation just about the house, like, what you see when you come to the house. Or, like, things that you're looking for.
Okie dokie. That's a 0. Wait, no, hold on. Investigation's 2. So that's a 1.
Okay. So it's a pretty plain house. Nothing exemplary. Let me double check something. You'll also notice nearby there is a slightly different, differently looking car. One that has it's very much like, whereas a lot of the cars you've seen so far are just like pure black, nothing on them. These are black with a white star, and have people just sitting in it but not going anywhere.
Oh, those are the cops? Or the sheriff? Or something like that?
So there's cops outside?
There's a black car with a white star on it.
Hmm.
That doesn't look like a sheriff's office or something like that. I don't know what it is.
Are they watching the house?
They're just sitting there not doing anything, so they're waiting for something.
Can I approach the car?
That have the people in it?
Yes.
The car that have the people in it.
Yes, you may.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to the car
Was
and
Wolf
tap
the
on the
wrong
window.
person to invite to this campaign? I feel like I've made mistakes.
People wouldn't watch the world burn.
So as you walk up to the car, you see the guy like hand rolling the window down. It's just like, "Can I help you, sir?"
Yeah. Can you tell me where I am?
He points to a nearby like intersection with street signs. He says, "You're on Beacom Street."
Yeah. I know that, but like, what city, what country am I in?
Sir, are you not feeling well?
I mean, I've had better days.
the one on the other side gets out of the car and comes up and is like, "Sir, I'm going to ask you to come over to the side of the road with me.
Why?
Just need to run a couple of tests and see that you haven't drank a little too much."
Okay.
So while that's happening, we'll go back to everyone else. So,
Go through the window.
so Tom, you see that happen. Do you want to just go into the house?
Are they both looking at the guy?
Yeah, it looks like they've both sort of like paying attention to this very strange person that has walked up to them.
Okay, yeah, then sure. That's a distraction.
Exactly.
All right. You are able to get inside the house through Brois's window. Rose, you jumping in also?
Yep.
All right. Okay. So, through the window you go through. I'm sorry. Window. You are not able to get through. They do have bars in this house, but back door you're able to get through. It was locked, but you can get through. Get it open.
Oh, okay.
Apologies, forgot how this house is done. So you're able to jimmy open the back door, and everyone piles in with you. You find yourself in the sitting room. What you imagine would be a sitting room, at least.
There are chairs.
Yep.
That is what you need
3
for
chairs
sitting.
and a low coffee table. And on the coffee table is a sheet of paper.
What's on the paper?
Let me get it.
While they're looking at the paper, I want to close the window behind us. Or the door, whatever it is.
Smart.
Yeah. Good call. While they're looking at the paper, I want to look around and see for signs of how many people live here.
Looks like likely 1. There's not a whole lot in the house. And it doesn't seem like it would be big enough to house multiple people, especially if there's going to be a family.
Okay. So he probably lived alone.
Does anyone remember the guy at all?
He had a
None of-
mustache.
Got it.
Yeah, none of you seem to have any memory of him.
Okay. I just was like, wait, do we need to secretly ask and then somebody will know?
That's a good type of idea to keep in mind. It's always better to ask stuff like that because there are possibilities that you just didn't know that you knew. What folder did I put this in? I found it.
In that case,
Is it multiple levels or is it one story?
There we go. That's the sheet of paper you find.
ooh.
It looks like cult bullshit.
Yeah, that's shady.
Yes, there are 2 stories.
I mean, they signed it a friend. They don't even have the guts to sign it as themselves.
Question, is this typeset or is this written?
Probably. Well, I don't know how good handwriting or calligraphy would have been. We'll say likely typeset.
Okay, then they're definitely shady because someone signed it a friend even though it was a typeset page. That's like next level shady right there.
And not to mention that the poor chap we found that had this.
Mhm.
Something tells me not exactly where we need to go, which have a sneaking suspicion that all roads will lead to this place.
Well, here's my thing. Where is the Hall of Free Thought? And we're on a different street. Do I have any knowledge or awareness of the city that could tell me how far this place is from where we were?
You do not.
Okay.
Would anyone like to make an investigation check of the room?
I will. Get a good roll one time. Wait. That wasn't a roll, that was just lifting. Okay. That's a 1.
Okay. Are you rolling one also, Bros?
Well, I rolled it, but it was stacked, and I was trying to unstack it, and I accidentally picked it all up again.
Does
Okay.
this count towards my Truth Seeker fate thing?
Yes, so you can spend a fate point if you'd like to say that because you are a seeker of the truth, you get a bonus to the roll of a +2 or reroll.
I'll take the bonus of that, so I have it as a 3 instead of a 1.
Perfect.
My little fate token over here.
Yeah. With a 3, you will notice a thin layer of dust over everything.
He has not been here in a while.
Yeah, including the flyer itself that you find.
Oh, that's interesting then.
That's been there a while.
Rose, what about you? You want to start looking at other rooms or just kind of staying
Yeah,
along?
I'll try to check out all the other rooms slowly, and especially if I hear that they mention it seems a little dusty, I'll try to keep my eye out for that.
Okay. Do you want to go? So the other rooms downstairs, just a kitchen. But there's also stairs if you want to check out the upstairs.
Yeah, I will.
You want to go up?
Yep.
Okay. When you get to the top of the stairs, it brings you out to a study.
Can I look through some of the book titles, try to see, what any of them say, or if it looks anything related to weird shit?
Yes. Would you like to? This would be an investigation roll or academics, if you would like. Or even science, you could say.
I think
if you're trying to-
investigation would make the most sense.
Well, it can make the most sense as far as like what you're looking for or like what skill you're doing, but those other skills can also work. So if you feel like you want to like do something like academics, because it's basically investigation is always good for people to have, but you don't necessarily want to always have it on every person because you guys have a certain number of skills you can have total, which means eventually some skills will either be completely frozen out or everyone will have. Which isn't inherently bad.
So my one question about that is, when it comes to skills, is it that we get 2 under good, fair, and average, or is it just 1 under good, fair, and average?
You'll have 2 under good, 2 under fair, 3 under average, and 1 under great.
Okay, that's what I needed to know.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'll actually do an academics.
Also, Brilliance
I-
and Wombat, don't forget to do a aspect with your memories.
Yeah.
And does that let me, if I do an academics, can I put one
For
on
both of them?
the skills?
Yeah, you'll put it under one of the skills of whichever grouping you want.
I wasn't very good at academics, but better than nothing. -2.
I mean, you don't find anything culty. You know, at worst, you find like just a science book that, you know, it's just really basic, but like that's kind of culty if you think about it. Let me grab you a note card. Real quick, we're gonna jump to Wombat. Do you go to the side of the road with the officer who asked you?
Real quick, I have a question.
Yeah.
I think I messed up the might stuff. Like, I think I made it like more of a fists kind of thing because I didn't understand what was happening.
Yeah. So might was your attempt to break through a window,
Yeah.
and so might is traditionally used for like breaking things, whereas fists are used for attacking, but not really overcoming stuff because it's not just your brute strength. It's like technique, but you don't really use technique to break through walls or windows.
I see. So he's got me doing a test.
Yeah.
Sobriety test.
Is this like a breathalyzer, or is he just having me walk in a line or something?
Yeah, it's gonna be like walking on a line and like saying the alphabet backwards, stuff like that.
Okay.
When you say the alphabet, does he say what on earth is a Z?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, good question. Do you say Z or do you say Z?
I'm gonna say Z.
Okay. They just let you continue. My question is, how fast are you doing these? Like, obviously, as someone who is sober, you wouldn't have trouble doing any of these things. So are you trying to make it seem a little weird, but not enough for them to take you in, but to buy more time? Or are you trying to just do it real fast and just very confuse them?
I'm trying to do it like normal. I don't want to draw too much attention, but I'm a little agitated that they're having me do this at all.
Oh yeah, that's a great way to show that you're sober.
I'm not drunk, you're drunk.
No, I don't mean that. I just mean like a little bit of an attitude with them. Like I just knocked on your window and you're having me do a sobriety test. Like, come on.
I mean, you didn't knock on their window. You knocked on their window and said, "What city am I in? What day is it?" The things that my wife at the hospital asks people to make sure they don't have dementia.
I was gonna say, at this point, it might be better if they think you're a little bit drunk. Otherwise, they don't know what you're on, but they know you're on something, and you're gonna get in more trouble.
So the whole time you're just kind of like annoyed. Do you continue to like ask them more questions?
I mean, have they answered my first two yet?
Does not look like it.
Then I just keep asking them those same two questions. What country am I in? What city am I in?
To which they're just like, you should know where you're at. Just continue saying the alphabet for us, please.
Okay, Z, X, Y. Wait. Z, Y, X, W, U. Come on, that's reasonable. That's reasonable.
It is.
Z, Y, X, W, V,
But
U,
then
T.
you messed up your V and your U.
How many times in my life do I have to say the alphabet backwards? I don't even have to say it forwards most of the time.
This is just you talking to police officers. You're just yelling at them about this, and they're just like, "Oh, this guy's definitely drunk."
Yep.
Let me just.
I figured out what city we're in. We're in Florida.
I mean, that would explain why you woke up in a room with a dead body, because
Wait.
that doesn't happen anywhere else.
We're in the city of Florida?
Possible.
The city of Florida in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes, Florida, Florida.
It's the New York of the South.
Gosh, that's terrible.
So, as you're talking with them, doing all this,
FYI, there is actually a place. It's a city in Florida called Florida City.
So as you're doing all this,
I didn't know that.
a officer in police outfit will sort of like walk past and look at the other two men and be like, everything going okay? And they're just like, yeah, we've just come across a
Belligerent asshole?
yeah, that's a great word, but not one that they would necessarily use.
No, I'm offering that to them.
Oh, cool. They're like, do you mind taking him into the station? He says,
Why do I need to go to the station?
he just ignores you. He's dealt with enough drunk people to know not to try to answer these questions.
I'm not drunk. Why do I need to go to the station?
As you say this, one of the officers from the car and this guy will both like grab one of your arms to pull behind your back.
I yank my arms away from them.
Okay. Do you try to leave or do you stick around?
Where else is there to go?
Anywhere down any street. Basically, the option is that, or it looks like they might be about to grab, their either like billy clubs or handcuffs or anything like that.
I mean, I have the car I just took, right?
Yeah, across the street.
Okay, I'm gonna walk towards my car.
You're gonna walk gently towards your car.
I'm gonna power walk.
You didn't even say run, just power walk.
Oh my gosh.
Why should I
Loving this
run?
one-man
I am
Disco
not
Elysium
drunk.
show.
You're the most drunk, sober person I've ever met in my life. I don't think you've ever interacted with a human before. Okay, so we're gonna cut inside for a second. What do Bro and Tom do? So
I'm
what are your
gonna go
friends?
upstairs.
Okay.
We don't know about him doing this.
Yeah. No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Don't worry, you'll probably hear it at some point. Would either of you like to check in the kitchen on your way upstairs?
Yeah, I'm gonna check the kit. I want to sweep the bottom floor before I go upstairs.
Okay, so you're working on that. Brius will go upstairs. Brius, are you checking out the study or do you want to check out the bedroom next to it?
I guess start with the study.
Okay. Roll me investigation. Same with you, Tom.
Alrighty. Well, that didn't work. They're at an angle. Hold on. I'm gonna use the actual roll command.
Wait, there's a roll command?
Yeah, if you just highlight all of them, right-click, there's a roll button.
Or you can just press R if you're highlighting them all.
Okay.
That's a 1.
And so is mine.
Wait, no, hold on. Sorry. That's a 2, not a 1.
Okay, cool. With a 2, you will notice that things in the kitchen don't feel right. Like this isn't. It feels like a little eerie to think someone lived here, because you sort of check the cupboards and the refrigerator, and there's just like weird dishware and unusual food. In one of the cupboards, you find an unusually large amount of canned food. A lot of it is like canned vegetables. You also find like 5 or 6 cans of dog food, but you see no signs of a dog existing anywhere in this house so far. The only thing you find in the refrigerator is a bottle of milk, and it looks like it's a little spoiled. Checking the cupboards, you find a bunch of plates, no cups.
That's very interesting.
Broyce, roll your investigation.
Okay.
Right, stop juggling.
I was just noticing that.
I liked my other roll better. Okay. Whatever. It's a -1 now. It was a 1 before.
You also find like a weird physics book that you don't really know what it's about. Rose, do you want to check out? I'm sorry, Rose. Oh, no, you were doing this study. Rose, do you want to check out the bedroom?
Yeah, let's see what kind of kinky stuff he's into.
So walking in, you do also notice a separate door next to it. Looks like it leads to a bathroom, so you can choose to investigate there instead if you'd like.
Actually, I'll check the bathroom, see if there's anything strange going on.
All right, roll me investigation.
Oh,
Ooh.
that'll be a 2.
Not bad at all. You will notice that it's laid out fairly well, like a standard bathroom. toilet, sink, a little bit of counter space, like a medicine cabinet. Medicine cabinet's pretty empty. You will notice specifically that there's no shaving cream nor a razor, despite the fact that Jack Smith, from what everyone saw, had a very well-groomed mustache.
I mean, he could have gone to the barber for that.
True, but if he did, it would probably be something like he goes every 3 days.
Sounds like he's staying somewhere else.
Which
Yeah.
could well be the case. Perhaps this could be a front house for that weird cult shit.
I think the cult wanted to recruit him. Otherwise, we'd have more than one of these pamphlets.
Unless he was already in it.
Bryce, don't forget if you get a chance to get a aspect for your second memory.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. You just have to do it by the end of the scene,
Okay.
if possible. All right. This is where everyone except Wombat should roll me a alertness.
Not the
adding
worst.
alertness.
Well, mine's a -2.
Minus
Well,
one.
But Tom's still downstairs, so it's a little easier to hear. But it definitely seems to be a commotion outside.
I just rolled. Hold on. That's a 4 on my alertness.
Oh yeah, so you hear what sounds like shouting outside, and glancing through a nearby window, you see, one of the people you woke up in a room with, power walking to one of the vehicles parked outside of the house you're in, as one cop, two of the cops try to go run towards him, and the other one's getting out of the car.
Oh, sweet, merciful Christ. Okay.
Do you say anything to alert your two compatriots in the house?
I whistle up at him and I say, we got a problem outside. I'll go handle it.
I'm gonna stay low so I don't, see through all the windows.
I'll keep investigating and stuff. I'm going to go out there and have a word with our buddy.
All right, Wombat.
Right.
So, here's what we're gonna do. First, so you begin power walking, as you say, towards the car. And you're about to grab the handle to get in, but your arms are just a little too short to grab it.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's just, if they were a little longer, you would have been able to grab it in time. But, right before you're able to, you feel the force of one of the officers essentially attempting to tackle you. So roll me a, let's say, athletics check.
And I assume I can't take athletics.
No.
-1.
All right. So you are not necessarily brought all the way to your ground or to the ground, but you're sort of knocked onto your knees against the car. Webster,
Okay.
how are you trying to get outside? Are you going out the front door, or?
I'm going to go out the front door. I'm going to look. I'm going to flatten, pat my hair. And I am going to walk out the front door like I belong there. And go out and just kind of yell, "There you are."
As you do, the officers sort of look up and look.
I'm going to try striding over to Wombat's character.
Okay.
Just and say, "Thank you,
officers-
officers, for finding him. I can take it from here."
They look very surprised at you walking out of the house and also just so casually interrupting them tackling a supposed drunk, just the kind of person that's just making trouble. And there's I'm sorry, sir, who are you?
Okay, quick question. Did the audio just cut out? Because I just heard I'm sorry, sir. Who are you? And then nothing else before that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I might not have been sent through very well. Basically, they look very surprised at you walking up and talking to them, and also just that fact that you've walked out of that house. And they just kind of look surprised, like, I'm sorry, sir. Who are you?
I am. What was the name of the guy whose house this is on?
Jack Smith.
Yeah.
Jack Smith. Okay. Yeah, I just say I'm. My name is Raphael Cousteau. I'm a friend of Jack Smith. I was looking after his house while he was out, and I made the mistake of inviting a friend to dinner, and he does not know when to stop. So I am going to take him back inside so he doesn't embarrass himself or me at all. This is the last time I am going to invite him over for drinks.
Real quick, I've also given you 2 memory cards because I realized I forgot to do that for those. Roll me deceit.
The 0 on deceit.
Excellent. And okay. They sort of look at each other and you, and they're like, okay. Interesting. So you're a friend of the owner here?
Yeah. I mean, how else was I going to be coming out of the house?
I suppose that's fair. We'd just like to ask you a couple of questions if we can.
I'll answer him as best I can. But the truth is that John's not been here for a while. So if you're looking for him, I don't know how to help you.
Oh, that's okay.
Not in trouble, is he?
Oh no, not at all. We just need, a couple of questions about, the whole incident. Of course, we're gonna have to, pull you down to the station just for a couple of moments and talk about everything. Get a
I'm
report,
sorry.
then you'll be okay.
They're going to ignore me? They tackle me to the ground and they're going to ignore me? No. 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 Can I get back up?
Yes. You're essentially like they're sort of like holding you, like, holding you down by the shoulders kind of thing. So this could be like a mic check to try to like force yourself up.
Buck them off? Okay, I'm gonna buck them off.
Okay.
Wow. -1.
None of these dice like any of you
Are
guys.
you
This is hilarious.
sure that you're not drunk?
Okay. So
I'm gonna buck him off.
So you are a consummate brawler. Would you like to spend a fate point to reroll or add 2 to it? Because, you're good at these kinds of situations. You should be able to you're used to getting people off of you.
Yeah, take a fate coin.
Perfect. You want to add 2 or reroll?
Reroll. There we go.
There
That's
you
a
go.
6.
All right. You succeed on shoving this guy off of you, and you're actually able to create an advantage on this because you hit him hard. What would you like it to be called?
Like I hit him hard, so he's like, is this like a full advantage? Like I can knock him to the ground?
Yeah, you could do that. You could say like reeling from the blow, that kind of thing. Or,
yeah, he's reeling from my blow.
Okay, maybe don't say my blow, but fine. All right, Tom. Things have escalated.
I'm going to grab my friend by the shoulder and
Old choice
try
of words to call him that, but go for it.
I'm gonna grab my accessory by the shoulder and I'm going to just kind of try to hold him in place and say, I am so sorry, officer. Please, if it's possible, let me take him inside, and can we just let this these things, like, can we just forget this ever happened? I am so sorry. This is absolutely uncalled for, and I.
What country am I in?
And they look at you and like, do you understand why this has happened?
Okay, so should I
They look at Wombat. They're like, why don't you ask your friend here?
Why should I? I asked you.
All right, Tom, what's your response before they begin to use force?
I pull out the newspaper and I put it right in front of him and I say, see, here's the newspaper. You're in the same place you've always been. It's not a weird new place. You need to go inside and you need to drink a lot of water.
I can still read. It's called the Inquirer. Where Inquirer? What Inquirer? What city am I in?
And I look at the officers and I say, this is why I need to take this guy inside right now.
They say, this is certainly an interesting turn to this campaign.
Can I reach for the car again?
You can.
I'm gonna get in my car.
All right, so you open the car door, and immediately the officers reach and pull out their gun.
Oh, they have guns.
Yes.
Definitely in America.
Fairly, the kind of guns you expect in a world where you can smell coal instead of gasoline. Fairly old, but serviceable.
Sir, is
box
that really
revolvers.
necessary?
You say, get out of the vehicle.
Is this necessary?
I've seen this YouTube video.
I ask you a
being
simple
detained.
question, and you pull a gun on me.
One of the officers turns and shoots one of your tires.
I turn the car on.
Okay. So, Rosenbroius. What are you guys doing?
The moment I hear a gunshot, I'm ducking.
Not
trying to
yet.
find some cover.
So
Oh,
that's not yet. Yeah.
Okay.
So last we left off, Tom was going outside.
And he said to keep investigating because
Yeah.
it's our own. We might be leaving here pretty quickly, and we need to know what we can.
So yeah, I'd still be investigating, make sure there's nothing weird in the bathroom, then moving towards the bedroom, but trying to stay out of sight of the windows.
And I think I finished the study, so I would probably also be moving towards the bedroom and avoiding the windows, because that was the only room we haven't gotten to yet.
Sorry. There we go. I've slightly modified your aspect, Bryce, just to give a little extra to how you're acquiring.
Fair.
Sometimes things just fall into your possession.
Mhm.
It's fine.
That
So,
wasn't always there, huh?
so both of you roll me a perception for the bedroom.
A perception, an investigation.
Yes, the one that is in this game, correct.
0.
Okay.
Ooh, also 0. Also 0.
Nice.
Could be worse. Could be negatives.
Yeah. You don't really see anything too out of place in the bedroom. It's very nicely, bed is kept clean. beds made, closet, brief search, you notice that there are plenty of clothes in it.
Question on that.
Yeah.
Do the clothes look more fitting in than what we're wearing?
Yes. Or not necessarily. They are a little, they tend to be a little more like proper, so they might fit into some situations, but the clothes you're wearing now do seem like they fit in for like the people you passed on the street.
Okay.
Love that we've gotten this far and everyone has asked, like, tried to buy a newspaper to see what city you're in. Nobody has said, what am I wearing?
I'm
been more
assuming
trying
this
to
is a
figure-
Disco Elysium situation where if I don't know that I'm wearing something, I'm not wearing it.
Yeah, basically.
It is
What are we
Schrodinger's
wearing?
clothing.
I've been more worried about when we are rather than where we are, but
Yeah, same. But I just want to make sure we don't really stand out. So yes, Dom, what are we wearing?
I mean, you're wearing similar like suit type materials for a lot of you. Any of the girls would be wearing let me see. I don't remember exactly what style of dress it's called.
I'm just trying to picture someone with a side cut wearing olden outfits.
It's a polonaise. It's basically like it's a dress that includes both an overskirt and a bodice. So it's got like single piece, but it's a little more like extra than like dress you would get nowadays.
Okay.
But thankfully, not too difficult to move around in still.
Rose, is your character also a girl?
Yeah.
I snag like a suit set and like you never know. You need one too?
Yeah, probably.
Excellent. Go ahead and put
Backpack or anything that I can shove things into, or am I just gonna be carrying this in my arms?
right now you're just carrying it.
Cool. Does he have a backpack or like a bag, briefcase, anything?
You don't see anything.
Makes me still think he's spending his nights somewhere else.
Yeah. Especially if these are mostly nicer clothing.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, were there any windows in the bathroom?
There is.
Okay.
It'd be like one. Barred like all the other windows.
Okay. Either which way, I'm willing to sneak into the bathroom and excuse myself, and try to change out of the dress kind of quickly into hopefully more loose clothing.
Yeah, the suit will be a little looser on you. Jack Smith was not particularly large, but probably like a little taller than you, so the suit ends up being just like not baggy, just not perfectly well fitted.
But easier to move around in.
Yeah. So go ahead and under your equipment, just write like Jack Smith suit.
Write that in the equipment.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not changing just yet because I'm a little more worried about looking out of place.
Well, to be fair, you don't have Skrillex hair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just
Kinda
gray
need to-
hair.
Kind of
Ooh.
need to look the part.
Possibly my favorite physical characteristic I've ever seen in one of these.
Does he have any hats? Like in the closet?
Yeah, there'd be some top hats to go along with the suits.
I grab one and hand it to Rose's character. Maybe?
Might as well.
Tuck the hair into it. I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks great, but we're not exactly going for,
Yeah,
statements
I don't.
right now.
I don't know what I was thinking. If I was thinking,
That's
Well, your fun little conversation, as wonderful as it is cut short by the sound of a gunshot.
fine.
From what you can tell is the front side of the house. The side that your friend Tom, or your friend name unknown, said they were going to go fix the situation from.
We don't know these people. We don't owe them anything. Let's lay low for a sec.
Okay.
Quick mention, as the person who sort of knows a bit about this, you're right, you don't owe them anything. And they're also the only people who can implicate you.
Yes, but
True.
if there's a gunshot, they may be wounded. And
yeah.
I'm not the one with the bloody knife.
Yes, but the person with the bloody knife is in the room.
Right.
I
The
don't
bloody
have to know
knife
about
is
it.
tucked away, and I cleaned it. Remember, it's not a bloody knife anymore. It's a cleaned knife.
What'd you clean it with?
The dead body's clothes that were bloody. I wiped it off on him.
To be fair, his blood was already on those clothes.
Yeah, I wiped it off on him. I don't want that blood on me.
Foolproof.
It does still look a little like it's not perfectly cleaned because the blood had already dried a bit.
Ah. Is
But
there plumbing?
you've gotten a lot of it off. It's just some will be like in the handle.
Okay. Is there running water? Like, how does the
yes.
bathroom work? Okay.
I'm also just thinking, I don't have any tools to like fight someone with a gun.
No, however, in a sort of out of character concept, guns don't do more damage than sword or fist.
I mean, yes.
So,
But they're out of range.
Yeah. Yes, but remember this as if it's like a movie. Sure, they have guns, but you could have literally anything to attack them with, and it is just as normal. I haven't given you a movement range for one turn. As long as it makes some sense, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll probably double downstairs then. Because I always think gun, super lethal, not a good thing.
I'm going to crawl over to the bathroom and go ahead and try and clean off the remnants of the blood from...
You really want that clean knife.
I want to double down to the stairs.
Oh, Thomas,
kinda-
real quick, if you can, whenever you're able, go ahead and put 2 more aspects there from those 2 memories you've gotten.
Wait, what? I got 2 more memories?
No, Thomas.
Oh, sorry.
I thought. Oh,
Uh,
aspects. Sorry.
Yes, aspects.
Sorry, I thought it was.
Yeah,
hold on.
you're able to get most of it off. There might be like a couple specs here and there that you have trouble with, but given a better situation, you'll probably be able to get it clean.
Okay, I put it away again and then go downstairs.
Question: where is away? Because I didn't say that there was a sheath.
True.
Do you just have it like up your sleeve?
I was gonna say, am I wearing like a socks or like stocking type stuff?
More like stockings or tights kind of thing.
Ah, that's annoying. I guess just kind of up my sleeve.
That works. We'll say it's long sleeve enough. It's supposed to be kind of fancy, so it has nice, very good-looking long sleeves, which allows you to hide it well enough. You just can't use that arm super well.
Yeah, I am looking for some kind of like makeshift sheath or something.
Rose, what were you saying you were doing?
Gonna double downstairs and kind of like peek out the window to see, is there an altercation happening? Is it just a warning shot, etc.?
Well, what you see is one of your friends in a vehicle, another friend standing nearby trying to figure out what to do, and 3 police officers, all with their guns out, pointed at the person in the car.
Just the one in the car?
Yep.
I'm just gonna keep watching for now.
All right, Wombat. I'm going to tell you now. You've already made some enemies. both in NPCs and possibly your friends. And although you don't necessarily have to think of them as friends, they're also the only people that, that understand what you're currently, the predicament you're in.
Right.
So you can continue what you're doing, but understand that if, you get captured, there might just be a point where they're not going to come rescue you if you continue to put up, trouble.
I mean, but there's no backing down now. They have their guns drawn on me.
That's when you can back down. Remember we talked about conceding.
Back down.
But if I back down, they're going to take me into custody. I can't have that.
Why not?
I mean, I was at a murder scene.
Yeah, but they don't know that yet. Besides, maybe you find a way out in the car or in jail. You know that your friends can help you.
This is really difficult.
True. And that's the point of this is where you start trying to think of creative things that can get you through stuff. So, for example, your friend already came out to try to stop or try to like pull you inside and say that you were drunk. You can try to lean into that, or act like you've passed out. Stuff like that suddenly changes how stuff is, and get them to de-escalate the situation without necessarily immediately giving up.
Okay.
You could start crying and talk about how you're sorry. It's just your wife just died, and you're going through a lot of shock. Stuff that isn't at all true, but suddenly gives credence to why you're acting a little odd. And understand, I'm not trying to override your character or anything like that, but this is a game, and also especially this campaign is a little more about finding your way through stuff, and not necessarily about brute forcing or combating your way through everything.
Right.
And understand this, that the possibility of going to jail and stuff like that is already in the campaign. So there's not going to be a way to instantly lose right now.
But what I could do is ask my acquaintance here to get in the car while I try and run these people over.
You could do that, but there's also 3 guns trained on you, and that's a long sentence.
Okay. I'll turn the car off, and I'll get out slowly, so I don't make them fear for their lives while they're holding guns. Fucking cops.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We all know the American life. No. Go on.
No, I'm telling them fucking cops.
I'm going to grab him by the ear and just pull him to the side and say, what would your mother say? Who knows?
Excellent.
She worries about you.
Wombat, do you just roll with that?
Yeah, at this point, he seems to have a tamer head on his shoulders.
I would agree with that in this situation.
And I have a self-defense instinct. I don't want, or self-preservation instinct. I don't want 3 or more bullets inside of me.
Yeah. Tom, roll me a just regular 0 bluff check.
That's a 2.
Excellent. So you say that, and they're just, you say that, and they kind of look at you guys, and they're like, I mean, my mom wouldn't like me to do that either, so fair enough. Look, if you just come down to the station with us, we're just going to ask you a couple questions, maybe make you spend the night to make sure you're good to go home, and let you go, all right?
I really don't want to.
No one does. If you want, we'll have your friend come along too. They can bring you back home afterwards.
Okay, that works.
Come along. I would like a moment to lock up and just just make sure the house is okay before I leave. Is that all right? Just go back and lock the door and all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And they'll kind of but they'll like gently guide you over to the car. They've put their guns away. They're basically just like making like they're of course worried about any sudden movements from you, but like they're just expecting you to run away at worst. So they're just pulling you to the car and putting you inside, as long as you're okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, no more bucking from me.
So here's as they're putting you in the car, they're sort of like guiding you gently by the shoulders. No, well, I won't do that right now. Well, I'll think about that later. So they'll just put you in the back of the car and close the doors. Obviously, they lock from the outside, so you won't be able to like open it and get out. And there's like the glass pane between you two, but you're safe, and you didn't get shot.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
Rose is correct. This is how we know your character is white, is they didn't shoot you anyways.
And they're very gentle, delicately putting you in.
Yeah. Commentary on the great country we live in. Tom.
Yep.
What do you do?
I walk into the house, I close the door behind me, I make sure the cops did not follow me, and then I say, I've managed to handle the situation outside. Cops think I'm the house sitter. They're about to go take our little buddy and me down to the station. I'm probably going to answer some questions about how I'm our buddy Jack's house sitter, and I'm watching it, and he's not been around for a while, and I haven't seen him. That's what I'm going to tell him. And then we're probably going to get out next morning, and we're going to say that our little buddy has sobered up. Where do we want me to meet you? Because we still got stuff to figure out.
Yeah,
We
do.
might be able to lay low here if they think that you've locked up. This might be the safest spot, right in where they would most and least expect it.
Okay, sounds good. I will meet you here after we get out of this whole situation.
Contingency plan though, for if you're not here again this afternoon, we should have a second meetup place, because we can't just wait here forever.
Good point. If something doesn't work, we say meet at the place on the street where I got the newspaper.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
People, it's normal to be there because newspaper. So.
Yep.
And I say also, does anyone know if there's a key here?
I at least haven't found one so far.
No,
None of you found a key.
you can always fiddle with the lock, and we can try to lock it from the inside.
I'll lock it from the inside then. I'm gonna go out and we'll say I locked it.
All right. So you do that. I mean, obviously easy to do. You just turn around and pretend like you're locking a door, and no one is paying enough attention to double check that.
Mm-hmm.
And also sort of have no reason to. Everyone else, you guys are sticking inside the room for a bit, or house, until you think it's good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we're staying vigilant, but yeah.
Excellent. So, congratulations. In one session, we have managed to split the party instantly, basically.
Yeah. But it
Which-
didn't make sense for us to go with him.
Yeah, and so here's the thing. As
Not
much as
only was I having dinner, but I also had more friends over.
So here's the thing: is in a normal in like D&D, you don't split the party because it means you can be picked off. It's a funny joke to say a lot of time, but in this case, you won't have to worry about this too much. You know, this game is designed for this. So
Because we're all going to die soon anyway.
yeah, probably. But hey, this will be interesting and exciting.
Mm.
Sorry about your short arms, Wombat.
I'm sorry, Wombat. I thought it would be funny.
I'd have run so many people over if I'd gotten in the car sooner.
I mean, to be fair, that was from your role, but you know, that was a good excuse. So we now have one person heading to jail, one person on his way just to see what's up, to join in and make sure everything's all right, and 2 people squatting.
Yeah.
Yep.
It sounds like when I was an undergrad.
Yeah, that sounds right. All right, so Wombat headed for questioning. Tom following, and Rose and Broius are squatting. And
Now the real question, Tom, are you going to keep the name you made up as like what your character calls himself?
yeah,
I think that name sounds like a superstar. No, I was going to say I'm going to keep it with the cops that I'm talking to. That's clearly a fake name though.
what was the name that you came up with?
Raphael Cousteau. It's because I just finished a playthrough of Disco Elysium.
Custaue.
Hold on.
Something like that. I don't remember. Oh, I'm sorry, AEU.
I didn't realize she meant you. I thought she meant what Wombat called himself, which last I heard was belligerent asshole.
That would be a good name too.
And I think it fits.
That's also what's funny is when I played this campaign, one of the first things we did was be like, well, what should we call each other?
Mm-hmm.
But all of you guys were like, weird, I don't have any memories of my name. Oh well.
Again, like that's why it made me think of Disco Elysium so much. It's wake up and you're like, what's my name? And then you remember it and then you say, well, that didn't sound good. I need a better name than that.
Yeah, basically. Well, next time we'll get to figure out what's going on, possibly. Was this police presence about a possible murder, or were they just happen to be here? Is our questioning going to lead to some arrests, or just a gentle, night in the slammer followed by freedom? And are our 2 squatters going to get a full day of rest, or are they going to start having some bothers of their own?
I think everything's going to turn out just fine.
I'm sure.
I think so too.
Absolutely.
For me. Bye, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.